got to get my radio together here. I'm getting prepared for a ISS Pass. Let's get some power to this radio. Let me set this down for a quick second. Okay. All right. Let me get my, see what we got here. We've got a few minutes yet. We've got 8 minutes. So I'm going to conserve my battery here. This is a ISS Pass during field day, and through X, the ARRL team had mentioned that one of the astronauts on board was going to try to make some passes or operate the NA1SS call station, the NA1SS station during field day. So I've not had any good field day passes for the ISS. I had one a little bit earlier that was 2 degrees over the horizon. So just some really poor passes. So this one at 1:10 in the morning was my best opportunity. So we're going to see if we can't make a contact. Hopefully we'll get an astronaut on the space station. That'd be fantastic. Let's see, we still have a few minutes here. I was able to get my my satellite pass a little bit earlier tonight. Let's see here. Crickets. Yeah, lots of crickets. Good evening. It's just a little after 1 a.m. here in North Texas. I'm going to attempt to make contact with the International Space Station. So I'm out here on a ranch, and it's pretty dark, and there's lots of crickets and lots of critters. I had an armadillo that ran past me a little bit earlier this evening. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see, this pass starts at 1:10 a.m. So we've got a few minutes here. Let me see here. I need to get my recorder going. So in addition to recording this on YouTube, I always run a voice recorder just to make sure I capture all the detail from the pass. All right, this is a, let's see, June 29th pass of the International Space Station at 1:10 a.m. This is a field day pass, and hopefully we're going to get to talk to an astronaut this evening. All right, so the recorder is ready. I've got that on pause. Anomalies in the sky. Yeah, I can imagine that. Did you guys see that meteor that came into the atmosphere a couple of days ago? That was pretty wild. Eric, hey man. Yeah, well, we'll see if if the crew is active tonight. They did mention that it could be the case. I did see that they were active a little bit earlier today, so I'm hoping. I did not have a good pass. This has been the best pass opportunity that I've had. I've got 4 minutes here, and let's see here. I'm going to be covered up for a little bit of the pass, but when I get into the meat of the pass, I'm hoping I'm able to hear what's going on and make a contact. Nice, FT8. There you go. Have you, I know you're in a different situation now, Eric, but have you been able to do any field day, have you been able to get any field day contacts? 3 minutes and 40 seconds. For those of you who may be wondering, I'm in North Texas. I'm in Grid Square Echo Mike 13. I was able to get my field day pass a little earlier this evening, so it was good to get that under my belt and get it out of the way. Gotcha. Well, hey, I'm glad you were able to join the stream, Eric. That's awesome. All right, we got 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Yeah, so far the weather's been hot, but without any issues. So I know in Missouri and some other areas in the heartland, they had quite the storms earlier today. So we've not had any of those issues, so that's been good. Bands are busy as normal though. It's pretty rough out there. Do I follow astrology? No, I don't really follow astrology. Can't say that I do. I enjoy astronomy more than astrology. I only believe in science. All right, let's see what we got here. Got some 10 gig drift going on, huh? All right, guys, we are 1 minute and 50 seconds. Yeah, it'd be great if we can get some crew action tonight. I've never been able to capture a crew contact on a live stream. That would just be too much fun. Yeah, Patrick, it's not, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these types of contacts before. It's not too chatty, especially on field day. Everybody's trying to get their contact, especially if it's an astronaut. Everybody wants to make that contact, which I completely understand. And so it's generally a pretty brief exchange, and nothing beyond what's required to establish the contact. All right, 46 seconds. I gotta remember to start my recorder. Hopefully the audio is okay for you guys. I went with just the camera's microphone. Let's see here. "17 seconds. Let's go ahead and get this radio fired up. You guys can tell me if you can hear it okay. All you're going to have is static here until we can get on the space station. All right. Okay, recorder's going. And I'm a little bit blocked here for the first part of the pass. Let me spin this around so you guys can see I'm blocked here a bit on the first part of the pass. But, and I know this probably won't show too much, but I'm hoping I'll be able to get some contact up in this area here. Oh, there's some quieting, so might be better than I hoped. All right, I'm just trying to find the satellite. Satellite is just 5 degrees over the horizon, so alright, let's see what we got here. It sounded like it's wanting to hear something. Is that audio okay for you guys? Oh, here comes a call. So I hear people calling just for field day contacts. That probably means we don't have a crew member operating. It's alright, we'll try to get another contact here anyhow.
5RS Whiskey Alpha 0 Delta 1 Delta North Texas. Whiskey 5 Romeo Field Day.
Whiskey 5 Romeo, Whiskey 5 India Tango Romeo.
Whiskey 5 Romeo Sierra WA0D 1 Delta North Texas. Over.
Whiskey 5 Romeo, Whiskey 5 India Tango Romeo.
5 Romeo, Field of 9 Charlie Oscar Papa. 0 Kilo Charlie Kilo. Whiskey Alpha 0 Delta Field Day. Kilo Charlie Kilo. Echo. Messed up.
WA0D, W5 ITR, 1 Bravo, North Texas.
Alpha, West Texas. W5 RCR, North Texas, WA0D, Echo Mike, 1 Delta, North Texas, QSL.
1 Delta, North Texas, I copy it. This is W5 ITR, Whiskey 5 India Tango Romeo.
Roger, Roger. 73.
73. All right, we got one.
WA0D. WA0D, this is W5RRR, Echo Lima 29, 7 Fox, South Texas. Road, Yellow 9 Oscar. Roger, WA0D, 1 Delta, North Texas, copy, QSL. QSL, copy 1 Delta, North Texas.
All right, let's see. Could you tell about your equipment? Yeah, so I'm using a mobile ham radio. This is an ICOM IC2730. I'm using what's called an elk antenna. This is a log periodic antenna.
Whiskey 5 Sierra Sierra Victor 3 Alpha South Texas.
Yeah, you're right, Eric. That's exactly Since I've already got my contact, I'm trying not to, try to give other folks a chance to make their contact. And field day contacts are one of the most difficult contacts to make. I'm getting a little bit behind the satellite here.
Delta, North Texas. WA0D, Whiskey 9 Lima Delta X-ray. Kilo 5 radio. W9 Lima Delta X-ray.
So I'm pointing east now, so we might be hearing some stations further east.
Indiana, Norway.
Indiana, there we go.
Yep, 23, thank you.
There, Pat, if you've got, what's the purpose? Equipment test. So, we're making contacts through the International Space Station. So there's essentially a repeater on the space station, and sometimes the crew members use that, and you can talk to the crew. But when the crew's not active, you can talk to other terrestrial operators over 2 meters and 70 centimeters. And what might typically only be, you know, a couple of miles in terms of your range with this type of radio, you can hear we're getting several states away because we're going through a satellite. Just trying to see how many stations we can hear. And this, we're currently during an event called the ARRL Field Day, which is essentially an event to test your equipment and test your operating capabilities. Kilo 8, that could be Michigan. Do you have a registered license? So you do have to have a ham license to operate on these frequencies, but you can get away with the lowest level of license, which is pretty easy to obtain. You do have to take a test. 2 FYA. Hey, this is a great pass. Lots of operators. Everyone's operating very well, giving everybody a little bit of space. We've just about lost the satellite. Yes, I actually have my phone mounted on an antenna, and that's what I'm pointing at the satellite. Whiskey Alpha 3, that's probably Pennsylvania. I've got 1 minute until the satellite drops below the horizon. Do you build your own antenna? I do build some antennas. This particular antenna is a purchased one. It's a commercial antenna. All right. That is the end of the pass. All right, let me go ahead and turn that off. Let me stop my recorder. Okay, excellent. All right. Yeah. Patrick, check out my channel. I have lots of videos about operating satellites, the gear that you need. And certainly if you have questions, if something you're interested in, hit me up in the comments and I'll be happy to point you in the right direction. It's a great hobby. It's a lot of fun. And it's a great community of folks as well. So you guys may have seen me talking to Eric in the chat. He's another satellite operator, really good satellite operator. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. All right. Well, hey, it is getting late here. Any last questions before I shut this down? Thanks for joining, folks. I'm surprised that we got 5 or 6 folks through the pass here. That's great. Do you have a metal detector too? You know what? I've never really gotten into the metal detector thing, but it does look like fun. All right. Well, I don't see any other questions. Again, if you folks are interested, if this is something that's new to you, please check out the channel. I've got lots of videos that talk about satellite operation, the equipment you need, how you can get started, how you program your radios, all that kind of stuff. All right. Hope you guys have a great evening. We'll see you next time. Take care. 7-3.